Erudia, an ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing, high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seeker. Your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
Hi, I have a buddy joining me. Oh, he made me move the curtain, so now it's he put a spot in the curtain. You can see it down by my arm here. If I move, oh, there now his tail's in the way. Well, you see a little black spot on the ground back there. It's because Calvino moved the curtain aside. You're seeing behind the curtain. Look what I've got. A big fluffy guy. Hi, I'm Frost. This is Calvino, my writing companion, who's decided right after I got out of the meeting that he wanted to come in because he's like, I know what time it is. Time for you to focus on writing, so I want to be in your lap. So here he is. And yeah, I am Frost, and I am here to work on lore for the Godlands, the specific part of Erudia for the Legend Seeker RPG setting. And yeah, if you want to go learn more about it, go check out our Patreon. Go check out the Moonskull Discord, or hang out here with the great folks in the chat. They'll tell you all about stuff. Don't ask Calvino, because all he's going to tell you right now is that his belly is full because he just got a can of cat food and he just is in heaven right now. What kind of last minute questions are we talking about? Yeah, any last minute questions? And 99.9% of the people in the meeting are like, no. And then one person's like, I have one. Right when everyone's like, oh. Or if the professor's ever 10 minutes late, class is canceled. 9 minutes, 52 seconds, 55, 57, boom, door kicks open. You thought I was going to be late. You know, that kind of thing. Don't like it. Calvino. Yes, you're purring up a storm. Good boy. So, anyway, I am going through, and I need to find a thing here. I need to find a thing. Let's look for the thing. Wisps, the undergods. Hi. Oh, what? You're not going to even meow for me? You just going to give me blinky eyes. Okay. I thought I'd get him Ralph out of him. Never mind. All right. I am trying to find the towers here. Where did I put them? Because I moved stuff around in here. Okay. The faith and religion, the godkin. Find sparks, undergods, NPCs, artifacts and relics. Legends. Ah, it's under here. Okay. All right, we got the towers, the wizards, the apostate, the 8 towers. All right, so... Oh, I should probably end up putting these as subheadings? I don't know. We'll see. Woo! Smoky day. Yeah, it's rather smoky out here. Tower of Dust, Tower of Insight, Tower of Black Moon, Tower of Silver Moon. Up. Okay. 2 days ride of how offensive and aggressive magic and experimentation. Destruction of freedom. Silver of stonemasonry. Use of magic. Hello. I said magic, yes. I said magic, and he's like, hmm? I'm not doing magic right now. I'm just saying magic. Fluff monster. All right. Just striking instead of beautiful. I'm writing about the Tower of the Sword because Erudia had a question for me, and he's like, so, what is the artifact for this place? I was like, oh, crap. I kind of need to finish this entry. You get to hang out with the cool people. Yeah, Kyle, thank you for answering my question there in the GM treehouse, by the way. Like I said, it's a very divisive topic. Some people hate it. Some people love it. I'll ask you all in chat as well. What is your opinion on Dungeon Master fudging dice rolls? Dougie Smalls, get her computer fixed. I don't know. What? What? You want my fingers? You can't have my fingers. I need those to type. He demands scritchy scratchies. If you heard that. Is it for smoke mitigation? Hello, Chrysan. Oh no, you can say what you want. That's why I asked the question. I love knowing this stuff, and that's why I'm writing this book, is because I want to put my thoughts and my opinions out there, what makes better storytelling. And I love getting the opinion of other dungeon masters and other players, because I mean, I played and run so many tables over the years. I have a wide swath of experience. So I just like to, I don't know, keep expanding on it. Wow. You're not really helping there, Dave. Though when I do make my dark chocolate cinnamon cayenne fudge with salt sprinkles on top, I do make the squares the size of like a big, generous a die, like a casino die. What? 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 You want more pets? Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not, but he's meowing for pets. Getting better because it makes people happier. I want to give players a good game. Yeah, you want to give them a good game. You also want to be fair. And I shared a little smidge of the beginning of that entry with Chrysanth in the DM and asked her opinion, and thought it'd be interesting to see what other people thought too. Hope they don't. Sometimes I see if he made OP villains and oops, then on, wouldn't it be better to change actions versus fudge? Yeah, it's I mean, that is definitely, there's multiple ways to think about it, and depends on how you want to run your table and what your players understand. Because it's usually not a good idea to just do whatever the hell you want and not tell them. It's always good to, Talk to people. If they know you won't, then you won't. If they know you will, then you will. And I thought Scott's point was kind of entertaining because he's definitely the absolutist, never do it. And he said, you know, show me when the players to do it. And I was like, players to do it whenever they want. They could say, oh, I don't hit him. The DM is the only one who's rolling for everybody else and also rolling for stuff against the players. So the DM can do it both ways if they want. They can make it harder and easier. Players generally can only make it easier on them, on the monsters. Because otherwise it's just literally them going, oh, I rolled a 20. Like the die says a 7. Nobody likes doing that. Nobody likes it when a player just absolutely cheats. And I've never met a person who's a DM who's actually any good at their job who ever cheats in the favor of the monsters. Digital dice are hard to fudge, but you can do hidden rolls. And I have, in that whole section, I talk about that, and I talk about a whole bunch of little strategies that help storytelling. Which, depending on your way of playing and what you like to do, will either be like, oh, that's kind of cool, or I hate you with the hate of 1,000 suns. It's possible. I like that sentence though. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. I switch gears quickly because I'm thinking about this writing while I'm talking. We'll say thus. Hey, buddy. Oops. And I type 4 with an O, not a P. Thanks are okay, cheating not so much, yeah. Every time I does hidden rolls, I know cheating. No. Not even remotely. Let's see here. Now I go back to Discord and find my message here. What? Is it just because I moved my hand away? Okay, I'll put my hand under your chin again. He's like, I'm going to need that back again in a bit. All right. Okay. Yes, buddy. Oh, comfortable. He's like laying his head across my thumb and into my hand and just purring. So my whole hand is going. All right. So. What? Where is. Let me look in here. I've got a lot of DMs, and I thought I wrote this note off to the side. Oh, that's right. Moss and Erudia were chatting one night about monster stuff, and it may have been 30, 40, 50 messages in a row there. All right. There we go. Here we go. What? No, I gotta have my hand for writing. Buddy, I can't be petting you the whole time. I wish I had a toy to hand you, but the only toy I can give you is hooked onto a little fishing pole string thing over there, and I can't do it. Do I have anything I can hand you? I can hand you a hot pad from when I had a hot plate down here, but I don't think that's going to work. There you go. All right. You're gonna have to suck it up, sir. You're gonna have to do it. You can do it, buddy. You can find comfort in just laying there and relaxing. Oop. We want to just paste without formatting. Put this here. Let's see here. Let's see. If I was your GM, we would fudge everything. Everything. Maybe slow, but fudging just means DM lying about rolls. That's what I cover in the book and talk about it. It is lying. And I say that 100% in the book. I say it's lying. Now that saying that, it depends on how the people feel about it, what they care about, all that stuff. Some people are absolutists and they're like, if the die rolls, and that is it. And I'm like, cool, that's how you play your game. If people are like, no, it's all up to interpretation, I'm like, that's kind of a big switch the other direction. What's the point of rolling? Why do we even have rules? Blah, blah, blah. I go through all of that. If I ever do something that somebody would consider fudging a roll, it's generally if I roll behind the screen and people are like, wait, what'd you just roll for? I'm like, why would you know that? Or I do something and somebody touches something and I was like, oh, roll. Some of those times, those rolls are meaningless. They mean absolutely nothing. Sometimes they're literally for storytelling and pacing. Because the instant people are like, rampaging, and somebody's like, I touched the door. I was like, whoop. Roll. Everyone's like, wait, what? We thought there was nothing dangerous here. I was like, okay, continue. They're like, wait a second. You can completely change the trajectory of everybody's thinking. And sometimes it's a reset mechanism. So, I mean, technically, sure, I just fudged roll because I was like, boom, I got an 8. Meant nothing. But the thundering sound of a few dice going clack, 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 clack makes everybody take notice. So, yeehaw. Yeah. It's a positive. Generally, most people, when they fudge dice rolls as a DM, it's a positive for the players. Now, to absolutist DMs are like, that's stupid. And I'm like, that's fine. And the other people who are like the complete opposite, where like they were just like, oh, I'm just going to do whatever feels right at any given moment. I'm just like, that's kind of stupid. All you're doing is just, why even roll the die? Just say, no, he misses because he had a bad day. So it's a fine line, and that's where everybody gets so mad, because the people who are absolutists are just like, you just roll the dice and you're done. Like, cool. Okay. I have a lot of fun with it, though. I have a lot of fun with it. Here we go. I'm trying to find something about a piece of metal. Hey, bub. What's up? What? Yes, I know. Go ahead. Just rest your head. You don't have to have my hands petting your little ears or scritching your back or anything constantly. I get to have my free hand. Let's see. Oh, I can type. There we go. What'd I miss? Got a call from the pop. Just talking about fudging dice and how occasionally that I will just roll a die when people are getting out of control at a table, and they'll just snap back like, wait, what are you rolling for? Or wait, he just touched something. Why'd you roll that? And it's just a resetting moment. And technically, sure, that's a fudge dice roll because there's no point in rolling it. If we're being honest about it, that roll served absolutely no real mechanical purpose whatsoever. So, but you do all this, the same thing for pacing. And Kyle was saying, putting the fear of God in the players and doing this and that. You can use it for all kinds of fun stuff. And technically, like I said, those are all fudge dice rolls because a lot of them don't make sense. Now, when you're lying, like I did in the previous section where the girlfriend's or the DM's girlfriend section, where no matter what you roll, they're going to get something. That's bad. I struggle with more. Player has charisma of 7 and character has charisma of 18, so failure based on what the player said. Yeah. So it's that's another fine line, and that isn't even like necessarily fudging rolls. That is just interpreting things because players are not characters, and characters are not players. So, a lot of people need to they need to think about that. I just realized I gotta open this back up and do something because I saved this in the wrong place. So you see bright light on my face. It's because bright light is on my face. All right, let's copy that. Hi, Vinovo. Little Mr. Fuzzy Head. Oh, there we go. There. Okay, save that. There. Now I can minimize that note sheet again. I should put my note sheet in dark mode. I'm using Windows right now, or Windows. I'm using Word when I'm editing my other book and stuff because I'm doing it in formatting. I'm doing it in bright mode because then I can see how it lays on the page. But I'm doing this in Google Docs with dark mode because it's separate. So I'll go back and forth between my notes blinding me and this being easy on the eyes. So. Opinion is the dice roll is absolute, but I don't mind the random rolls to mess with people if I'm getting what that means correctly. You're basically getting it, yeah. Now, the thing is, some players demand to see everything all times at every point, and they can want what they want as long as the people have talked about it ahead of time and everybody at the table is comfortable with it. You do it the way that it makes people have the most fun. But quite honestly, that's subjective. 99% of tables are going to be just roll the dice. Whatever happens, what happens. If I lose my character, I lose my character. I think the number of times I've ever actually fudged something in the history of 44 years plus of doing this as a DM and a player, the number of times I've fudged a roll to change an outcome in the player's favor. Like if something dire was going to happen, I think I've done it twice. I'm thinking of 2 specific occasions, and one of them was because it was way better for the story or something to happen there still, but for the effect to be seen later. So they were under the impression that their friend got hit, but not as badly as they thought. I took the person aside and said, "You're dead." Now, they don't know that yet. You basically are so wounded, you're not going to make it out of here. But you have like a round or 2 to do something. And they're like, "Oh, this is going to be fun." They're like, "This sucks, but this is going to be fun." And they went with that. So technically, sure, fudged it. Everybody was like, "No, totally fine." And one person did tell me later, they're like, that was kind of mean because you pulled the rug out from under us. You told us that, he's fine or whatever. And I was like, that's how he acted. I talked with him about it, as if you noticed there. That's how he acted. And then they're like, yeah, but if we'd known, we could have healed him. And I was like, well, no, you couldn't. Because in that game, nobody had healing magic. They had healing abilities, which take a few rounds, and he didn't have a few rounds. The nature of what hit him and what it did to him, it was horrifying. That was Rollmaster, by the way. But he got to go out like just in an amazing way. He had so much fun with that. And the other time was when I was a relatively fresh, like, new DM. And I was like, oh, no, I can't kill this guy right away. And I did the thing, and I asked this question. I even put it in one of the notes, and I don't have it there, is I did the thing where I said, how many hit points do you have? The guy's like, 8? I was like, woo! It only did 7 to you. Then I felt so a little like, I feel a little bad here kind of doing that, but I'm like, it kind of made him happy, but also I think that was incredibly obvious. So yeah. I spent the next 42 and a half plus years of DMing, or 43 or whatever the hell it was after that, being like, no, I don't think I want to do that. You scattered? Hey, Chrysanth, where is the PC fund at? Is it closing in on 2,000? I know I'm pretty sure it's not over 2,000, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know for sure. I didn't look. And that, oh, you just reminded me of something that I'm gonna have to do because there's a deadline on it. While we're here doing this, I am going to look for something. How do I find this? Oops. We're doing a charity thing at work. And oh, okay. I think I have to find it over here. And there is a deadline to it. And I need to find out what that deadline is. Here's the email. Because there's a wish list I have to go to, but I think I have to. Oh shoot, it's a QR code. Well, how do I? Dang it. Okay, well, I'll have to do the QR code after this. Oh, wait, I have my phone. Never mind. Is around 15? Okay, so it's getting up there. You're not in danger of having to read that damnable mess of a book yet. And sorry, yeah, I have to take a peek at this really quickly. No, I don't want that. Oh my gosh. On phone. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Do your job. Is this one gonna work? Let's find out. Only this time. I hate using these programs. What is that even? Ah, there we go. Open. I gotta find this link and I gotta send it to myself because I have to send it over to this computer, which is really annoying. Gonna load. Okay. Because, yeah, by the way, we're doing a charity thing for a school nearby for students who come from poor families. They say disadvantaged, whatever, and at risk. And I was like, yeah, poor like I was as a kid. Got it. Totally understood. All right, that got sent. I got there. Bam. All right. And I'm gonna get those kids some stuff. I wouldn't be doing it right now if there wasn't a deadline on it. Because the deadline isn't for a little bit, but I have to have the stuff shipped, which is the problem. Yeah, showing the stuff that is unpurchased. Wait. Show unpurchased. Okay. This is the back to school shopping list. And I'm assuming is my shopping cart sitting at? Okay, there we go. Trying to see what stuff is in here. I mean, a lot of it is just simple basic stuff here. There's scissors. Scissors. Crayons. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering how this all works out. Of like what stuff they need, what stuff they don't need. Because I'm just looking at the unsold stuff. Come on, Bode, get out of here. That, some of those, some of these. What is that? Ah, okay. And sure, so I gotta look at my list right now because I put like 20 things in my shopping cart. See what the total is right now. Where is the total? Okay, so I'm still doing well. Two of those, and 60 million of these. All right, let them figure that one out. How many stuff? Oh, that one is there's a 48 pack of pencil pouches. All right, let's see where we're at here. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see here. I have no idea how this works. I've never bought anything out of Oh, there we go. Okay, good. It's the gift registry address. Deliver to that address. Oh, this will be perfect. Setting the shipping address. Wow, it's just taking time. Never used the Keeling Seal, only Magic Keeling. I've only DM'd like 2 sessions and both included creator creations. A long way to go before we get 2 ladies milking farm. Yes. Thankfully. Sorry for a rude eye, but I want us to get to $24.99. I'm kidding. All right, all this stuff would go in the same thing. Reduce packaging, ship it, blah, 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 blah. All right, is everything arriving the same day? Is that what I'm getting here? It looks like that's what it's going to do. All right. Sweet. Okay, good. I'm sending them a mountain of school supplies. Small mountain, but a mountain. All right, there we go. Now, I am trying to come up with a type of metal, like a very specific kind of metal. Rude doesn't have the streamable computer and channel in jeopardy. Well, sure. But if he does get there, I'll just hand him some money on the side and pretend that $1 never got hit, and we just go past it and pretend it didn't happen, right? That's how it works. Isn't that how it works? That's how it works. I think it works. Maybe not. Nope, that's not right. That's not right. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. I can. Still Arulian. I could name this stuff anything. Exactly. Right, Crescent. See, that's how we do it. I can name it anything, and I'm trying to come up with something that sounds good, because naming things has to sound interesting, and it can also, if you don't think about it well enough, you'll end up making something that sounds like something that people will make fun of and decide to have third grade humor and call it a butt. Just saying. Where is that other name that I was looking at here? There we go. Here we go. Fix that. Because then I also have to look at the names I'm coming up with and make sure that they are not the names of places or people and all this stuff. He's twitching in his sleep. Third grade humor is easy and relaxing. I hate it. It was fine in third grade. It was fine. Uh-huh. Buddy, you're okay. You're okay. He's just I think he's having a dream. Where is it? Yeah, make some more noise while you're giving yourself a bath there, Calvino. Slurp, 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 slurp. I love it. It's just the best sound ever. If you go this. Hi, you need to have your arm or your head right there. Could you lay your head down, perhaps? Thank you. Work. Donna grows up by time a Toys R Us kid. All right. She's in the cult of Jeffrey. She follows a talking... What? Did he talk? He talked. A talking giraffe. See, now you're going to go with Krypton. It's made of kryptonite. We're going to call it Jerseyite. Toys R Us, we don't have time for A&E. You are not wrong, sir. There's no time. We don't have time for this. What's up, buddy? Hi. Are you comfy? You happier now? You're not meowing at me every 5 seconds for attention. Now, you're also very good at putting my leg to sleep. He doesn't care. Guess who doesn't care? And has no thumbs. This cat. Oh, hush, Dave. You know I can't spell. Blade made of steel. Stylus. Okay. For destruction as well as creation, double blade, both literally and figuratively. Okay, got it. No time to explain. It was a good game. I never played it, sir. But hello, DCV Titan. How you doing? I never, ever played it. I had enough stress from my childhood playing the little games on Simon, the Mr. Wizard thing, and oh my gosh, what is it called? The thing where you have all the shapes and you turn the timer on and you have to get them all into their correct spot before it goes and shakes the thing and knocks them all over. I don't even remember what it's called. And also Operation. Those hurt. Those hurt. It's sad because you spelled it better than the actual name. You spelled it properly, Sassy Witch. You didn't spell it the corporate way. And I didn't lose you, and you knew what I was saying. Dave can learn, he can adapt, he can overcome. Oh, so much fun. All right, so look at that. I got some charity shopping done in the middle of the stream. And I also got a notification. Oops, that's not what I wanted to hit. What is this? Oh, it's just he pinged me in something on X. Is me not care. Huh. What's up, buddy? You getting a hairball? You've been if you'd let me brush you without deciding that you want to attack the brush and have fun with the brush, you wouldn't have as much fur to get into your little old face there and get a fur ball. I'm just saying. You're the architect of your own misery, sir. You had those, Mom hated them. Now I want to know what the damn game was. It had a mean name too, like you have to be perfect or do it perfectly or something like that. Yeah, Perfection. That's what it was. Oh, look up the game Perfection, the 1970s version of Perfection or the 80s version. It was such a mean game. So rude. How rude. Iron ferrite. No. What are the metal properties? This metal, Dave, and I have called it Stygos. It's a legendary metal. It's a black metal that was once forged by the Kerr civilization, the amphibious fish people who had their cool civilization out on the Umbral Atoll before they kind of fell and were wiped out. So now they are the crew. They're just the happy-go-lucky amphibious frog fishmen on the island now. Their civilization is kind of, they've reverted back down to, subsistence level. But their forebears made some amazing things, and this is one of the metals that only they knew how to forge. And its properties are that it can dispel, like sever magic, but it can also allow you to tap into the mana stream. So it's literally a double-edged sword. So yes, you can break magic pretty easily with it, but you can also tap into the mana stream more directly, which is super stupid and dangerous, but go for it. Pop jumped and all the noisy games went missing. Oh, weird. Did anybody here ever play Don't Break the Ice either? A little game where there was like a blue frame that was up off the floor a little bit with white blocks in it, and I think there was like a penguin or something on it, and you had to use a little hammer to knock blocks out to see if you could make sure that you weren't the one who broke the last one that knocked all of it down. Deep ocean fish people. These are more of a tropical fish people. They're amphibious, so they live on the surface on the tropical island, the kind of an island lost in time with dinosaurs and monsters and tribes of barbarians and stuff and huge spiders that come out of like hidden holes, you know, the size of houses. And but they also they have a floating city that on the currents of the storm just move around the island seasonally. But they also live on the underside of the city because it's like hanging down like tendrils of a jellyfish. So it sways and moves, but they have a whole city built underneath there as well. So they have a really cool little civilization that I made up. But they also at one point were, if you think of them like if you ever watched the original Land of the Lost, the Slee Stacks, they're like they shoot their little crossbows and they're like, we're gonna kill you, we're lizard people or whatever. But then they meet through time travel, they meet the forebears of that civilization who are wearing shimmering gold robes and are like, yes, we can communicate with you telepathically and talk to you. Our people have fallen very far. So the original versions of them were more erudite, but they could also just do all kinds of cool stuff. But they got totally caught up in how cool and smart and everything they were and did things they really shouldn't have done and screwed everything over. What? What? You're happy boy right now. He's so happy. He's just purring up a storm right now. Is a talking like a dissa? No, Velrock, they don't. Luckily, they don't. They probably make more like bullywog frog noises. Brrr. Wee, hi. Hi, Calvino. I got a very purry, happy cat on my lap who wants to be petted 99.9.9999999% of the time. Wee. Wee. Oop. There's a toe right here. Hey, you got a little scratch on the top of your foot. Let me see that. What'd you do? A tiny little scratch there. Look, ham hock. It's not a ham hock. It's a kitty foot. You guys see the kitty foot? I don't think you can quite see it. There you go. Right there. Boop, boop, boop. Little kitty pads. He is so tolerant. I'm pulling his leg up like this, and he's just like, okay. You can lay it down now, buddy. Deleted by moderator. What are you saying? What did you say, feline? Oh my goodness. Toe beans. Haven't heard any frogs this year. Mildly concerning. Yeah, I've heard a lot of them out by me. Only because, you know, there's not a lot of water near me, but there is an area where they go across to this ditch area that's a little low. Across the road from my neighbor, there's a retention swampy area, and it's there for that part of their subdivision. So if water gets there, it all falls down there, so it doesn't get in the houses. And that was at one point nice and wet, and you'd hear them out there chirping away. But now it's just, for me, it's all mosquitoes and fireflies everywhere. I go out at night, look into the woods, I turn off the porch lights, and it's just like fireflies. It's just going to get crazier too by the end of the month. What do you mean, Chrysanthemum? You talk to Erudia every day. Wow. Velrock, nice. Cat Logic, why aren't you petting me right now? You must need correction. Exactly. There. Now, he's laying down now like a good boy. He's totally on his side, just like passed out, which will last moments. Okay. So where is my note here? Okay. I need to put a note. Wait, where is my last note for that other tower? So I'm trying to see if I want to add another. Sorry, Calvino. Cat fur just got in my mouth. Great. Buddy, I really wish you'd. He likes getting like brushed. I have a brush with these like razor claw teeth on it. And it's one is a wide set of claws, one is a narrow set of claws, and they get the undercoat and they get all the extra stuff out. He loves getting brushed by it, but he also loves grabbing the thing and trying to chew on the metal. So I can't brush him for very long before it gets full of fur and I have to move it. And then he wants to play with it, so I can only get so far in brushing him with that thing. As a result, he's very sheddy today. No frogs, that's bad. Frogs eat bugs. Yeah, I like the frogs. Toads out back probably should set up some lower lights to attract bugs toward the ground. That's not a bad idea. Dave and I were supposed to be playing Legend Seeker right now, but a certain bed needed nap time, like he needs sleep more than every 48 hours or something. I know. He's just like, oh, look at me, circadian rhythm. Must go to sleep. Must suck to be a human. Or something. Hey, buddy. Calvino's like, yes, it does. We'll say at developing skill. Yeah, I think Chrysanth was going to be in that playtest as well. I wonder if we're going to be playing our game tonight, our private game. I don't know with his laptop. I'm guessing he can run it and it won't matter because he's not streaming it. So, right. That's exactly what she said. History erasure button. No lies detected whatsoever. Population has declined. Set many alarms beforehand. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. And put them farther and farther away from him. There's that one program people were using, and then people were saying, oh no, I can't shut it off. They have an alarm they set, but it can only be turned off by taking a picture of something in their place, and it would put a thing that they don't have. And I was like, well, I don't know if I actually believe that, but it is kind of funny. Okay. Buddy, can I move you? You're moving around a little bit. Oh, good, you looked up. I don't feel so bad moving him now. When he looks up at me, he goes, I feel like I can actually snuggle his bulk up and floof him into a new position on my lap. All right, now he's annoyed and he must move. Now he must stretch. Stretch. Look at the tail. Floof. It's hard to see because I'm wearing a black shirt, but yeah. Well, it was a black shirt. Now it's kind of covered with white fur from, I don't know, a cat who's half black, half white. That would be you, buddy. Yeah. He's going to eat my fingers. Don't eat my fingers. I need those. All right. Are you... Oh, he's headbutting my arm. Okay. Buddy, I want to get back to writing. Yeah, you can't lay on my keyboard like that. Help. Turn around. Yeah, there you go. Come on, turn around. You got it. Yeah, lay down there. You got the physics set up. Yeah, go for it. Snuggle in. What? Yes, what? I know. You want snuggles, but I can't. I'm trying to write. Find your spot. 1 Calvino. 2 Calvinos. 3 Calvinos. 4 Calvinos. 5 Calvinos. You know what that means? Oh, he found his spot. Yes. You know what that means. You know that when I start counting like that, if I reach 5 and reach my hands down, you're getting moved. It is inevitable. All right. Screenshot the missing item and take a picture of the picture. Yay! Wait a second. Recommend you get one of those watches that shock you as an alarm, but no promise that he'd actually charge it. That's a good point. Or you'd get used to it. No scary cat Rudy, he would be able to sleep. Terrified I was going to shock him. He's like, I couldn't sleep. That's funny. Makes sense that you would set it up by taking various pictures of things in your own house. It would match. Exactly. And I brought that up to somebody. I was like, why wouldn't it ask you to provide a list of items rather than going, okay, take a picture of your bidet? What? I don't have one. All right. If you don't see me typing over here, it's because I'm looking in my notes here. Hey. Bump. Right. Okay, then if I go back up here, I did put a section in here about age hunters. I guess that is supposed to be 2 words. Okay, that's why. Huh. Guess I did cover that in this section here. Enemies, magical traps. So this is has that. Okay, that's fine. And I'm not sure if we're going to name these artifacts. Right now, I don't have names on any of them. I should ask Erudia that. I'm going to put that in a note. Question to him. All right, there we go. Let's see. I know he's been tased during military training, so a little joy buzzer shock might not do anything. Yep. Shoots him as an alarm clock. Oh man, that's naughty. I've never been tased. I have, however, had one of those period cramping belts on. And they would not let him go past 7 on it when they were demonstrating it. Of all places, it was at a game convention, like a GDC type thing. There was a whole thing talking about how different people experience things differently, and they were trying to basically show that men don't understand pain. And I was like, I understand pain. I've been through a lot of pain. Believe me, I've been through a lot of pain. And they did it, and they kept going up, and I'm like, yeah, that really hurts. Yep, that really hurts. That's really painful. They're like, and I was like, you can keep going. They're like, no, we can't go any higher. They won't let us. If we go past a certain number, they said if we go up to 8, then their safety person would take the stuff away. And the guy sitting there is just like, yep. I was like, all right, fine. So I have no idea what it's like past whatever setting it was, 7, or I'm guessing I'm making that up in my head as 7. It could have been some kind of a numerical value that was like a micro volt or something. I don't know. Why would I do it to myself? I wanted to see what it was like. I'm like, Well, it was literally just about the cramps. I was like, yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. It was, as you say, as you kids say, it was not the bee's knees. Oops. Oh, that's why. Okay, I can mute this because I don't want that popping up here while I check something really quickly. I'm curious if anybody responded to my comment on this. Nope, they didn't. Okay. I just wanted to check something. Because I was watching I was telling people on my writing stream over lunch, I was watching a podcast where they were talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl. And I'm like, oh, I might want to read it at some point. It's supposed to be, just popcorn, whatever. Not fantastic, but good. But also because it's mass markety that they're going to be making into a show. And people are talking about it. And the people doing it is a couple of girls with their guy friend who is also one of their hosts. There's like 3 of them, maybe 4 of them total, and they do a podcast on books, and they roast books and make fun of they make fun of a lot of stuff, but they also like a lot of stuff, and I do not agree with them on their takes on books often, but they are like they edit and they write and they do all this stuff, so why not do a podcast? Anyway, the one lady on there, girl, whatever, was eating loud, crunchy, whatever the hells they were, like pieces of tree bark or something. And I couldn't get through the first half hour. I had to stop finally, and I put him a note, and I said I was trying really hard to get through this, but I couldn't get past the crunching noises that were bloody grating on my ears, basically. It was bad. I had them at 4%, and I'm just like, I can still hear it. So I had to stop. I wouldn't wish that anyone. Men deal with tons of things a woman never has, will never know. So yeah. I thought it would be interesting to see, and they were disappointed. And I was like, well, if nothing else, it made the muscles in my stomach feel very. I was quite aware of them for a long time after that. Hello, Cajun Corey. We go through the worst thing. Yeah, it's just totally different. Well, I did see a thing today that was kind of entertaining where a lady was like passed out kind of like on her side in a hospital bed with her hand on the baby's bassinet where their baby was sleeping that was just born. And the guy's caption on the bottom was, my wife just gave birth to our first child, and I'm so overjoyed because she knows now what it feels like when I have a cold. Like, oh boy. Well, when she wakes up, you're dead. Even though it was probably somebody just went and AI generated a picture or found somebody else's picture and stole it and put their caption on it, like most of everything on X and everything else. Whatever. All right, so I can mark that one. I go click. Look, I clicked the button. That means that note is done. I think tonight, I don't know what I'm gonna play before. I want to hop on stream and play something tonight. Before our game. I just don't know exactly what I want to do. I'm not certain. So I may try and write, or I may play a game. We'll see. I may play a little Stationeers and see if I can get myself killed on another planet. That's always good for a laugh, since I don't exactly know how to do state changes and get air and water out of things. I might go back and to ease myself back into it, hop onto like Mars, which is the easy planet to do. So we'll see. We'll see. I just read one of my notes to myself, and it literally says, don't forget to do this. If you are, you're an idiot. So past me, I didn't forget. Ah, who's the idiot now? Past me. Does Corey have a pun for us? No. Sure, we could line something up for Dallas if you and Erudia want to get. I have no idea what that even means. What do you call it? Army of babies. Infantry. Ha ha ha. Oh. All I know is future me is going to have some harsh things to say about future past me. Yes. Yes. Why do I have... I just scrolled down through my notes, and occasionally I'll put a picture of something. I'll take a screenshot of like, ooh, here's the the shape of something, like a cool sword, or here's what a cool hill looks like, or a building, or a creature. Of like, hey, this is a picture of a pig. Here's a picture of like what, you know, I think a feral pig or something would look like. And I'll put those in my notes. I have a picture in here talking about Hauf, the gnomish or small folk place. And I have a smiley face, and it's a picture of a quokka. I don't know why. Like, did I intend there to be those little quokka things down here near Hauff? I don't even know what kind of part of the world quokkas live in. Or was I making a joke about small folk? Let's see. It's a macropod. Size of a domestic cat. Okay. Where they're from Australia. Some smaller islands. Okay, yep. I mean, the area isn't all that dissimilar. Maybe? I didn't even put a name next to him or anything like, hey, make a creature like this. That's the name of it there, Sassy Witch. They're little, they look like little, kind of like a beaver without a tail, but with like a, almost like a cartoony, like Jim Henson, happy little creature face. And they're like, hey, can I have some food? Bum, 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 bum. Who has better pain tolerance? No. Ew. Ew. All right. There we go. Sorry, I just got sent this by a friend. These things show up in my feed like right after he sends them usually, but he'll send them to me. I'm sending that one to Chrysant because I just thought it was entertaining. All right. All right. So, I don't think I'm gonna do anything with the quokka. Let's see. I don't think. I'm not gonna do anything with them right now. We're gonna go back to here. How am I doing on time? 6:20. Okay. I want to go down here and I gotta look this stuff up a little more closely. Godlands with an M? No. Godlands. Raise me a meme. Dude, save some maidens for the rest of us. Nice. A beard powered boat. I like it. Everything in Australia is trying to kill you. Woohoo! They look adorable at Nightmare if they're mean. Yeah, they look amusing. They look amusing. And possibly really horrifying. I don't know. Maybe both. Where did that just type that? Hopefully I didn't stop the stream or something. It just typed a word and it went somewhere over there. Tricks. Okay, that works. I don't know why I keep getting a comment at the end of this sentence somehow. Did I hit something? Did I do something? Dangerous. What about dangerous? Dangerous. Let's kick some. Men are pansies when it comes to pain. Is it an angry quokka? No, this one was a nice quokka. Men are pansy when it comes to certain kinds of pain. You should stop if it's important to host to Mother Nature at the slightest warning. Yeah. Yep, that's true. Weirdly enough, the one pain that I just absolutely hate is headaches. Anything having to do with headaches or my neck and stuff like that, I hate it so much. It just puts me in a horrible, foul mood because I can't think clearly, and it makes me not want to do anything. I'm gonna move this out a little bit here. Just want to get this a little wider so this looks even. There we go. All right, it was just looking weird to me. I think my window got resized. Toast ovens. Toast ovens really suck. I hate, I mean, let me tell you, as a guy, I've been hit in the groin more than once, and sometimes I wasn't wearing a cup. That is unpleasant. To the point of you get hit there and you're like, I can taste pain. Why do I taste pain? Wimp with headaches. Instant I get one, I want to either take something or lay in a dark room. Yep, I just, same thing. I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Off to the dungeon with me. Not a fan. Yes, so I don't understand that. That's unpleasant. People pay a lot for it. I do not understand people who enjoy getting hit or slapped or kicked or burned or anything. I'm like, you're you've got something wrong in your head, friend. Uh it is diluted. There we go. It's deleted from its original form. It's incredibly dangerous. Okay. Take some medicine or hit yourself harder. Give me your pinky. I'll take that pain away. Bite. Landlord got mad that I blocked all light out of my bedroom. That seems weird. I mean, unless, of course, you block the fire exit, then they would get upset then, yeah. Yeah, part is weird. I can understand if someone needs a slap or something to ground them, but yeah, no. You got me, man. I don't get it. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, this. Then I get that, and it lets me see that it's saved. Yay, everything is saved. But bonk them? No, don't bonk people. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. Do I want to say anything else on this section? Breath using sediment, they're being seeped into the earth, rock, and water, the goblins in places, infusing various materials and wildlife with the unusual properties. Magic has not been mitigated with any other essence, and though it is diluted from its original form, it's incredibly dangerous. A phone, see what it's doing. It's bleeping. People are bleeping at me. What do I have here? Okay. What's it saying? Hey, it dropped down to 84 outside. Yes. And storm's continuing through 9. Well, it's sprinkling right now, but it's not too bad. Hi, buddy. Yeah, I know it's sprinkling. That's you hear rain. You hear rain. He's like all of a sudden just like. The storm looks pretty mild here. Let's see here. Let's check this out real quick. Like, check the radar. Black fabric curtains. They shut up when I bought cheap curtains. So it's fabric in the back room. Ah, okay. Got it. Yeah, they should be fine with. I mean, it's just curtains. Curtains for them. All right, let's see what this storm is looking like. Oh, well, I may actually be almost through the storm already. Well, I didn't get much rain. Okay. Well, that was kind of lackluster. 86 feels like 96. Yeah, it was 90. 91 feels like 95 earlier. And now it has cooled off and gotten less humid. So, yay. The storm just went right by and went whoop. Rain was just coming down pretty heavy. Went out and rain around in it. You mean ran? I think so. We've got a sound file on Kyle's Discord of him saying, hit me more. Okay, that is disturbing. Saw your comment right after I wrote that. Yeah, it is. It's disturbing. I don't understand people, humanity. The dorks. Let's see. I did, however, have a friend who was a nurse who had an astounding pain tolerance when because she had some condition where her nerves were not, they didn't fire the same way as other people. So the other students would use her to do the needle testing and stuff. So she would show up and be like bandaged on her arm. And we're like, wow, what are you doing? She's like, oh, everybody was testing, trying to find my vein for stuff because it doesn't bother me when they miss because it doesn't really hurt very much. I was like, oh, all right. But she was very interesting to talk to as an actual nurse because she was fascinated by people. And she got in trouble many times because she was a night nurse, and she would sit in rooms where people who couldn't sleep, and she would just talk to them. And the people loved her so much, but the other nurses and people were like, she's not doing her job. And they ended up creating a special role for her while she was doing her whatever nurses do, where half of her shift was talking to people and just helping out the courtesy people at the hospital, bringing pills and talking with stuff and helping them, make phone calls to family and doing all this stuff. And that was at the university hospital. And they ended up creating a position and some stuff for people like her who just wanted to help patients. That was quite a while ago. I don't even know if they still have the program, but that was really cool. That was really neat. I was wondering whatever happened to her. She was a very nice person. She tried to play Roll Master with us once and didn't really understand it and hated it. So. All right, so I'm saving here. You people. Really good veins? I have no idea if I do or not. I hate getting shots and IVs because I've had so many, probably hundreds of them over my life because I had to be in the hospital a lot when I was a kid. So yeah, fun. Brave of her, yeah. They hit a nerve, it hurts for days. Yeah. It couldn't be female. Nice. All right, I'm down into the Secreta Viridaria. Famous, though rare tome, also referred to as the Language of Herbs, is subtitled A Manual on the Hidden Uses of Erendor's Bounty. Penned by the Agrian oracle Kylus, centuries prior to the God-Killer War. This book has been copied, pilfered from, and quoted by many an alchemist, witch, and healer over the last millennia. Yeah, I have a lot more entries I want to put in this book because there are so many plants and creatures and other things. Now, the issue I'm going to run into here is I would love for us to be able to put art next to all these, but I'm pretty sure that would break Erudia's bank because the number of pictures I'd want to put in here would be amazing. Oh, I got a message. What is my message? What is message? Was I mentioned here? Oh, where is it? Ah, here we go. Yes, I carry around my emotional support quokka. Or quokka. Quokka. I don't know how you pronounce it. Buddy, can I shift you before you get too comfy? He just got himself up to move. Now I'm like, oop, oop, oof. There we go. There, lay there. There you go, buddy. Don't go near the battle, quokka. Okay. In. Oh, right. Checking one more thing here quickly. Ah, hello, comfy cat. Hi, you're shoving my hand off of the mouse. Oh, I know what that was. That was a very clever way of acting like you're half asleep and just accidentally making me get a hold of him with both my hands and petting him. So now I have my arm along the length of his body. He has his front and back paws wrapped over around it and his chin in the palm of my hand, laying like this as I rub the back of his ears with my other hand. He did it, folks. He trapped me. Hey, buddy. Good job. But guess what? I gotta get back to writing now. So here you go. I'll lay your head down nice and comfy. There you go, buddy. Be comfy. All right. Kick. And there we go. I got the chat back. Do they have to be good pictures? Nice cuts down my chest from Wolf. Even tomorrow when it felt his claws dragon went, yep, that's going to leave a mark. Ooh. Ow. Most of mine, when I get scratched and stuff, are relatively hidden because the cats are usually sitting on my lap or down by my feet. Like one of the kittens on the front porch decided to come up and say hi to me and tried to crawl up my leg today while I was wearing shorts outside. I am missing a little bit of flesh. Hi. You're so sleepy you can't even meow at me right now. Good job. Took ages to stop bleeding. Oof. Well, that gives you a chance to make sure they're cleaned out nicely. I keep this next to me. You can see through it slightly. I keep this next to me for putting on cuts. Only because it's a quick way of cleaning things out. It's quick. It's quick. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Bonk. Bonking you in the back of the head with my arm. Bonk, 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 bonk. Got a fly trying to get you. There you go. Good old IPA. And it's the good stuff too. It's a generic brand. You know it's good when it's generic, right? Oh yeah, I have some of that stuff here. Only because, well, I use it as well. I'm not allergic to it, so I just I only use it occasionally though. It's about the only medicine I really ever take. Hi, buddy. You just got how did you get mud on my hand? How did you get mud on my hand? Oh yeah, your paw. You've been sitting here this whole time and you have one paw that's got mud in it? And that's pretty cool for him to be able to have done it because there's only one place nearby you can get mud. And that is out in front where I have the cat pool. And where they splash it outside into the dirt. That's the only place around here because it's so dry right now. And so he has a little bit of mud in the fur of his right front paw. And after all his bathing, he never cleaned that off. Dork. IPA bust. There you go. Wait, can you use oh my gosh, what is it called? The red stuff that they put on wounds. Not iodine, but betadine. I'm getting the name wrong, I'm sure. Betadine? Because that's iodine, right? Oh, I guess that's a topical for skin infections. Well, I guess it's probably, oh, you can use it in minor cuts, yeah. It's got sulfa. Oh, IPA is isopropyl alcohol. If it's got sulfur or penicillin-based antibiotics, okay. Mercurochrome. Yeah, as a kid, we had a jug of mercurochrome that was like a gallon jug with a little handle on it that was under the sink for my entire childhood. And I say entire childhood, for 5 years we lived in one house, and then every house we moved to, that jug got moved and it was always under the sink. I'm sure it expired at some point. But yeah, we had that. We had that. I don't even remember why. Because it was, and I know that it stung and we used it, but I don't even remember what was in it. Because I think it actually had mercury in it, right? I don't remember. It had something in it. It had something in it. It might be mercury that it had in it. And most people have never heard of it if, they're younger, probably, because I think they either stopped letting it be over the counter or they stopped letting people use it at all. I don't remember. What is Neosporin? I think Neosporin is a sulfa based something or other. I think. All right. Ah, there you go. Yeah. Boop. All right. And they have to be great pictures, Dave. They can't be I don't know. Give us a sample of your art, Dave. Hand-drawn art by Dave of a plant. I want to see this. Wow. I see that places in Iowa now have had little piles of smoke settling over them, making the air brown. And in some areas in Michigan, it has turned into, I think it's gotten to the point where it's actually dangerous to breathe the air. Uh, All right. Da, 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 da. Northern Lower Peninsula is dangerous. Yeah, there's some of the air quality ratings they have put out, and they said, people should remain indoors. They shouldn't be breathing everything. I'm like, yikes. That's not good. Okay. If I move that note to there. Okay, there. My notes are in the right place now. They're in the correct place. All right. Okay. That is on the right page. Sorry, I'm just organizing some notes here. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Enjoy me writing notes to myself to make better notes. Right. There we go. And we've got, all right. So how am I doing on time? Like 12 minutes left. All right. Steeped in roots. So I've got sections here. I've got flora. I think I have fungi, and sucus, saps, and other plant secretions found across the goblins. But I also have soli. Oh, I think I wrote that down wrong. And venom. Let me check something. I think I wrote this down wrong. All right. Oh, that doesn't help. No. There we go. Latin. There we go. So I'm saying soil and other geological substances found across the Godlands. Okay, we'll say special soils and other notable geological substances found across the Godlands. There we go. Need to buy a special mask or filter for ACs. It won't go out if I get a wear mask. Yeah. Google says mercurochrome was phased out in the U.S. and other Western nations because the FDA reclassified it in 1998 as no manufacturers stopped producing it due to mercury. Mercury. Ah, okay. Okay, so yeah, mercury was in it. Yay! I got a lot of mercury in my cuts when I was a kid then. Yeehaw. Well then. Look at me. No wonder I'm mad as a hatter. And if you don't know what that means, go look it up. And how they used to make felt. All right. Technology page. There we go. No was part of not somehow my backspacing sent it. Ah. I don't want to think of the amount of mercury I may have inhaled because people didn't calibrate thermometers perfectly. Oh, you told me about that one, I think. Yeah, good job, people. Oh, look at this snuggly little kitten. The 22-pound kitten who's doing this with his paws over his nose. Who just dug his claws into my arm because that was cool or something. You dork. Such a good cat, but such a dorky cat at the same time. If you guys donate, $100. No, let's make it $200. $200 to Erudia's PC fund. I'm gonna totally name a plant after you somehow. I'll do it. It will probably be a nice plant. And I'm specifically, it will be an entry. I shouldn't say a plant. It will be an entry in the Secreta Viridaria in Kylus's book of healing herbs, plants, soils, fungi, and all kinds of stuff. So who knows? You may get like some magical mud named after you. Erudia's probably like, no, stop, don't do that. I have no authority to do that, but I do it anyway. Then he'd hurt me. What? Why? Where did this? Wait, where did this go? What? Well, I'm just looking at notes. I gotta find the note. I know you're all comfy, and I moved. How dare I? I dare. I dare. Okay, this guy is good. I heard the note is good. I should say this guy. This note is good. What? Buddy, you can't have my hand. I'm trying to wrap up the stream. Dork. All right, that is a poison, and I'm gonna have to figure that one out. And here's the Godlands event. You getting up? You hopping up? What are we doing here? Have you had enough of my shenanigans? You've taken all you can, and the stream's almost done, so you're ready to go? Is this what I'm hearing? Need to yell at Erudia for that Streamlabs message. Wait, you haven't yelled at him about that one yet? Hey, I'm just glad I didn't get roped into any of this. Cheers to me. Was that you cheering for me? Yeah? I bring the cup to my lips, and he's like, what buddy? What? You are such a little shenaniganer. Nah, that would never happen. Haha. I think I'm totally safe. Buddy, I gotta move you. My leg fell asleep again. Oh, third or fourth flip. There we go. Right. Yeah, but the thing is, I can't host the stream. My internet's too bad, so I'm safe. Haha. Perfect. I win. I'm pretty sure I win. In all these situations, I have won. My internet is out here in the boonies is not good enough. Ha or something like that. You've been busy. I've been busy. I can't take the time to yell at him. I like it. All right. I'm going to be taking off a couple moments early because this guy is being a persnickety little dork right now. But pretty much on time. And Erudia is not going to show up at the last couple seconds here and say, "Hey, I got a question for you." If he does, I'll joke. I'll laugh, and then I'll joke with him and say, "Yeah, here's the thing," and then just end the stream. So I am going to get the heck out of here, and I'm going to go take care of cats and a few other things, and I'm probably going to hop on, maybe, like I said, streaming a game for an hour or 2 or 3 or something. Probably not going to write because I've been doing a lot of writing today, and my brain is a little bit fried from writing so much. Like mine drops every hour. So I am going to get out of here, and I will talk to you all a little bit later. So have a great night, and I will talk to you again the next time I see you. Bye. Don't forget to join the Patreon. Support us.